Hey guys, it's me, Simon Comics, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this comic right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the inside artwork and the story, and discuss some things about Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, and about this issue in particular. So let's get started. Beautiful artwork, beautiful colors. Of course, you have the circus down here. And let's take a look. You see, we have the ad on the first page, which I always find to be quite interesting. And here, Thrills of Tomorrow. We have Fred Drake, Circus Highway. Airless becomes the greatest name in crime fighting, Stuntman. Of course, this is a reprint of Stuntman Comics #1. Here, of course, you have Stuntman himself by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. So here we have Thrills of Tomorrow, February 1955, Volume 1, number 19, published every other month. And of course, there you have the address. I always like to look at these. I think it's pretty cool. So let's just turn the page. And in the 50s, there was this very popular TV show called Howdy Doody. And I believe the song would go along something like, "It's Howdy Doody time," something like that. Of course, I don't watch it. I just heard that it was very popular. So here we have the beautiful artwork and story. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just gonna go along a bit faster. Such nice artwork. And many people don't know this, but you see all these athletic poses that Stuntman's doing right here, and it's very athletic. Well, people don't know this too much, but Joe Simon, who actually did some art on this, people always say it's only Jack Kirby and Joe only wrote. That's not true. Both Jack and Joe wrote. They would come up with this idea. Joe would contribute to the writing. Jack would add his things, and then they would mend them together. And Joe would often provide the layouts for the comics. And you see all these athletic poses because Joe Simon, when he was just starting out in before comics actually, he worked in a newspaper. And in the newspaper, he would do the sports section, which had all the boxing matches. And so that's how he got to learn all these athletic poses. So Stuntman was perfect for him. They created Stuntman, and of course, they have all these athletic poses. Now, if you read The Comic Book Makers by Joe Simon and Jim Simon, they talk about Joe's work in the Rochester newspaper. So, yeah, many people don't know that, and that's why you have all these amazing athletic poses in this comic. And in all comics, you see Captain America number 1 through 10. You see all those Cap bursting through the window, running in. And Joe Simon would make the layouts. Jack Kirby would pencil. Joe would pencil. Joe would write. Jack would write. And they were just a team, so people often get confused when they say, oh, Jack only drew, Joe only wrote, and they say Jack's style from the 40s, because this was originally published in 1946, they say his style changed so much from the 40s to what we know in the 60s, Fantastic Four, X-Men, all those. And people say, oh my god, his face, how he drew faces changed, and all his... Well, this is because Stan Lee didn't draw during the Fantastic Four. All those, Stan Lee never drew. And Jack would always be the only person who drew. Now, when Joe and Jack drew, Joe would make the layouts, and then Jack would pencil, and then Joe would erase Jack's pencils and be like, no, it has to be like this. And then Jack would erase Joe's, and then Joe's would erase Jack's, and that's why they had their own style of drawing, and they had to mend them together to create one constant piece of work. Of course, here's that athletic pose again. And that's why people say, oh my god, Jack's work changed, because you have to understand it wasn't only Jack who was drawing this, it was also Joe and other artists. Beautiful artwork. Now I'm just gonna show you the art faster so it doesn't take up, so this video isn't half an hour long. Which, I don't know, tell me in the comments if you guys want me to make like once a week or something where I go through a more obscure comic like this comic, and I just go through it very slowly, about like a 20 minute long video where I just show the artwork in the comic. Of course, you have Harvey Comics. And oh, here's the beautiful centerfold. Enter the House of Madness. Stuntman. Beautiful artwork. Double page spread. Joe Simon and Jack Kirby were doing this way before any other artist. They were constantly doing these in the double page spread. If you look in Adventures of the Fly, #1, that was a double page spread. You look in, they just had a bunch, and now they were known for doing double page spreads a lot. Look at that. That's so good. Just you feel all the emotion, and you really get that they're evil inside. You have the 7 dwarves. And they were poking fun at Disney, you know, the Jack and the Beanstalk, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Just great. Such a great comic, so undervalued. And of course, in this story right here, Enter the House of Madness, this person traps this girl in a mental asylum. And that's why you have Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. You have the guy who, down here, thinks that he can fly, which I don't think so. See, he thinks he can fly. And what happens? My feathers are ruffled. Help. Just great. And I love how they have like inserts. Just so cool. And a lot of Joe Simon, Jack Kirby art, like right here. If you look right here. Now Joe Simon, he was known for doing this. He wouldn't keep the action inside the panel. See, their feet. If you look in the Captain America comics, Cap's legs are always out of the panel. His shield, his fist. It's just, it was almost breaking the rules, and not too many other artists did that. They always had to stay in the lines. But that's how Simon and Kirby, they were basically reinventing the comic book business. And we are almost done. Just another beautiful action scene, of course. Stuntman breaking through the window. Which, that's gotta hurt right here. But look at this. You see, this is what I was talking about with the athletic poses. He covered a lot of boxing, and he had a good friend who was a boxer. And he was a famous boxer, and he learned a lot drawing the articles and the cartoons for the newspaper. And it's represented here. Just beautiful. And of course, we have The Boy Explorers, which I also have that comic if anyone's interested in. It's pretty obscure. Not too many people know about it. Let me know if you guys want a look inside that comic. And if you guys are interested in seeing inside this kind of comic, more obscure, that it's pretty hard to find. Not too many people have it. Not too many people are super interested in collecting. Look here. Of course, this "Send no money, we trust you." So this was a look at Throws of Tomorrow number 19. Beautiful Simon and Kirby comic. 10 center, 1955, February of 1955. So let me know if you guys like this. I'm gonna try to make this a annual thing, about once a week. A more obscure, like I said, not a comic that everyone has, and maybe this will interest some people in Simon and Kirby's work. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other videos. I'll have more to come. And bye bye. Thanks.